I remember that day vividly. The sharp sting of their words still echoes in my mind. I was sitting at the dinner table, full of hope and eager to share my dream. I had poured my heart into it, dreaming of turning my passion for art into something more, something real. But instead of encouragement, I received nothing but laughter, skepticism, and outright mockery. My father scoffed, "You're wasting your time on this ridiculous nonsense. Art, that's not a career. It's a pipe dream." My mother shook her head, eyes narrowed, whispering, "You're embarrassing us with this childish obsession." My siblings rolled their eyes, sneering at my ambition, telling me I'd never make it. They called me foolish, naive, delusional. Humiliated, I felt my cheeks burn with shame, my dream crushed beneath their contempt. In that moment, I made a silent vow: I would prove them wrong. I couldn't let their words define me. I packed my bags that night, leaving behind the suffocating shadows of my family's judgment. I was determined to carve out my own path, no matter how impossible it seemed. The journey wasn't easy. Every step forward was a battle, against self-doubt, financial struggles, loneliness. I worked tirelessly, pouring my soul into my art, refusing to give up. Nights blurred into mornings as I honed my craft, showcased my work in tiny galleries, entered competitions, and faced rejection after rejection. But each setback only fueled my resolve. I scraped by doing odd jobs, painting murals, selling pieces online. Slowly, the world started to notice me. My style, once dismissed as amateurish, began to gain recognition. Awards, commissions, exhibitions, each achievement felt like a victory over the voices that had once mocked me. Years passed like a storm, but I endured. I built something real, something I could stand proud of. My art became my voice, my redemption. And finally, the day came. I was invited to showcase my work at a major gallery downtown. I had made it. I was no longer the laughingstock, the embarrassment they had said I'd be. The night before I was scheduled to return home for a celebration, I stood in front of my latest piece, feeling a surge of emotion. I had fought through every doubt, every sneer, every painful memory. I was finally standing tall. The art I created was more than just colors on canvas. It was my story, my victory, my rebellion. The next morning, I packed my belongings and headed back to the place I once called home, ready to confront the ghosts of my past, ready to show them what I had become. But nothing prepared me for what I saw when I arrived. My family's house stood exactly as I remembered, familiar, yet suddenly distant. The yard was pristine, the porch swept clean, but as I approached, I could feel their eyes on me from the windows. I stepped inside, breath hitching, heart pounding. My mother was the first to see me. Her eyes widened, her mouth parted in shock. My father looked up from his newspaper, eyes narrowing in disbelief. My siblings stared, mouths agape. I walked into the living room, every inch of me trembling with anticipation and resolve. I carried a canvas under my arm, a symbol of everything I had fought for. I set it down gently on the coffee table, and then I turned, facing them all. "Look at me now," I said, voice steady, eyes blazing with quiet confidence. "I told you I'd make it. I told you I'd prove you wrong. This is what persistence looks like. This is what dreaming can accomplish when you refuse to let others dictate your worth." For a moment, silence hung heavy in the air. My family looked at the painting, bright, bold, alive. It was a piece that had won awards, that had been displayed in galleries across the country. It was a testament to my resilience, my refusal to be silenced. My father finally broke the silence. His voice, thick with emotion, whispered, We didn't believe. We thought it was just a phase, a childish rebellion. But I proved you wrong," I interrupted softly. "This isn't just about me. It's about every girl out there told she's too dreamy, too impractical, too embarrassing for daring to chase her passion. Never let anyone tell you your dreams are stupid. Because they're the ones who doubted, not you. Not us." Tears welled up unbidden, but I let them fall. This moment wasn't just about revenge, it was about reclaiming my voice, my worth. I had fought for this, fought against their ridicule, against my own doubts, against a world that often dismisses women's ambitions. As I looked at their stunned faces, I realized something profound. I wasn't just returning to gloat. I was returning to remind them of the power of perseverance, of the strength it takes to stand tall when everything tries to push you down. I was returning to say, "See what I've become. Your words couldn't break me. Your doubt only fueled my fire." And in that quiet, powerful moment, I felt a wave of peace wash over me. I had built a life from nothing but raw determination and unwavering belief. I had turned my pain into art, art that now spoke for itself, louder than any sneer or insult. I left that house not as the girl they mocked, but as a woman who had claimed her victory. As I walked away, I knew this wasn't just a moment of triumph. It was a testament to every girl who's ever been told she's too ridiculous to dream big. Never forget, your worth isn't defined by others. It's forged in the fires of your perseverance. And I am living proof. The ones who doubted me are now witnesses to my rise. My story isn't over, it's only just begun.